AITA for refusing to wear my SIL's wedding dress to my wedding, plus all updates. I 23F am getting married to my fiancé 24M in a month. He has an identical twin brother with whom he's keeping a bit of a distance with because of his past possessive behavior of wanting to share everything with each other, from interests, hobbies, and even friends. His brother got eloped to his wife 27F and even suggested to my fiancé to do the same on the same day as him. But of course, he shut that down quickly as we both agreed on having a wedding already. However, I ended up being contacted by my fiancé's brother requesting me to wear his wife's wedding dress from their elopement to my wedding, which I obviously turned down, telling him that I've already got a specific wedding dress on my mind. He dropped the subject and for 2 weeks I didn't hear about it again, so I thought that was the end of it. But yesterday my fiancé's brother and his wife showed up at our house uninvited, may I add. Got up SIL's wedding dress and then literally asked me to try out right here and that they'd make adjustments if the size doesn't fit. Thank God my husband stepped in and kicked them both out of our house, even though it did end up with a really big argument between my fiancé and his brother. I got contacted again later on by my Bill, who said that my inability to make any compromises in order for his and his brother's wedding experiences to be intertwined is straining their relationship. Honestly, at this point, I'm just getting the creeps from Bill, and my gut's telling me that him and SIL may attempt to sabotage our wedding out of revenge. And even my husbands agree with the sentiment. We're now strongly considering to uninvite both my Bill and SIL from our wedding, but my husband's still a bit reluctant to do it yet cause of the inevitable drama it'll cause with his family. AITA, update. Okay, so a lot has happened in these past 2 days. So, to summarize, me and my fiancé decided to uninvite Bill and SIL from our wedding. Neither me or my fiancé trust them not to cause a scene at the wedding. And my fiancé already had a very strained relationship with his twin brother, including recent conflicts that include his brother trying to convince him to cancel our wedding and instead have us elope on the same day, as him and his wife and my fiancé not having his twin the best man at his wedding. We told the fiancé's parents about this incident and it was a mixed bag. On one hand, they'd agreed with us that my fiancé's brother went too far with this whole twin thing this time, but they also begged my fiancé not to disinvite his twin brother from his wedding as it would irreversibly destroy their relationship and that they could talk to him to tone down his behavior. However, my fiancé told them that he was tired of always having to keep the peace and that inviting his brother to our wedding would only cause him unnecessary stress while not fixing any of their actual issues. So he's gonna keep his distance from him from now on. He also told his parents that we're gonna hire security at our wedding and to not try to help Bill and SIL sneak in. Otherwise, they'd also have to escort them as well. My fiancé's mom literally threw a tantrum over this decision and outright blamed me for trying to break up their twin relationship. Thankfully, my fiancé stood up for me and told her that his brother is the only one responsible for breaking up any relationship, and that if she keeps talking to me like that, she'll be free to join him and his wife on the blacklist of the security guard from our wedding. Surprisingly, my fiancé's dad actually took our side and scolded his mom as well, and both of them managed to get her to apologize to me and accept my fiancé's decision. However, it's safe to say I'm not her favorite person anymore. Today I received a new message from my future Bill, and it wasn't pretty. I don't know if I can even share everything here, but he sent me a long text message where he called me, among other things, a worthless slut, and that he'll pray each day that my future children with his brother will be miscarried. I showed my fiancé his text and he was absolutely enraged. He immediately called his brother and that conversation. It wasn't pretty either, but this time it was from my fiancé's side. He called his brother names, curses, and threatened to call the police on him if he ever dares to contact him or me in any way, shape or form, all while I could clearly hear his brother sobbing on the phone. Both of us ended up blocking him on all social medias not before taking screenshots of the message to have proof for the police in case it gets there, and now my fiancé is planning to change our locks and even install cameras. We never gave his brother a key, but my fiancé doesn't want to risk it regardless. We also blocked SIL after she made some comments on my social medias where she also called me a slut whose only purpose in life is to break up families. We talked with my fiancé's parents about these comments, and while his father said he'll try to convince Bill to get into therapy as he finally seems to recognize his behavior as unhinged, his mother said that she thinks it was just a drunken comment from him and that he's just hurt and confused over his brother's decision to remove him from his life. And frankly, I could tell that she was subtly trying to pin this on me too. But I don't think she had the courage to do it openly in front of her son and husband. So, to wrap this up, we're still gonna have our wedding. But now we're gonna have to spend even more money for extra security both for the wedding and our home, and it only took for over half of my fiance's close family to start hating my guts. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments.